Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Last time we talked about objects and object methods, everything related to them, and a little bit about APIs. Today I will be talking about strings and showing basically everything about them. So fundamentally speaking, strings are just a string is just a sequence of characters wrapped around quotes, and there are three types of strings, three different quotes, which I will show now. The first one is the single quote string. The second one is a double quote string. And the third one is a template literal, which is created using backticks and putting the content inside of here. Now at first glance, since we're not using any variables inside of our strings and we don't need to print out a dynamic result of something that changes, all of these strings basically behave the same. But if we have to display some dynamic data, their behavior will alter a little bit and they'll behave differently. For our intents and purposes, the single and double quote strings are basically the same, whereas the template literal strings with backticks will have some special properties. Now, for the sake of argument, let's just say we have a variable or a constant. I'll call it result and set its value to an integer of 5. And I'd like to log out the result using the console log, but within a string. So to do it with one of these methods, single or double, the sentence would be the result is, then a space here, plus result, which is called the string concatenation, and we went through it a little bit earlier, plus, then another space, and let's write something in the end, like for this operation. Save, and let's run. And it gives us the result, but with the template literals it would look a bit different. So let's copy this line. Oops. And let's do this. We can also just take this text from here, put it here, and we'll do something different with the result variable. So first of all, we're not gonna exit the string at all. It's gonna be inside the string, and we'll add the variable inside by using the $sign and opening and closing the curly braces. As you can see, we get an error here because it's expecting a variable. I mean, expression in this case. So commenting and running the new one gives the same result, but they both basically do the same thing and achieve the same result. I would argue that the template literals are nicer to work with because they're more human readable, but in the end it depends on the person. Someone likes their concatenation, someone likes literals. I mentioned that strings and arrays were similar to some extent back when we were doing arrays, and that's simply that because of the fact that strings are sequences of characters and arrays hold values one by one. So in this case, strings act as arrays, rather arrays act as strings. In that we could use indexing like with arrays to get our elements, as well as the methods at and character at or char at. So let's log this. I'll take the first character of the, I'll do it in template literal. I'll take the first character of the single variable, the second character of the double variable, and the third value of the literal variable. And here it is. Another thing they have in similar is that strings also have the dot length method. And logging this, gives us the integer value of the length. Now let's speed run through some methods. The first one is the at method. So let's console.log first. So it works basically like with arrays. We can say single.at, just at, say some number, and get the result back. And here it is. There's also the character at method, and from the position of this character it basically gives it to us, and it does the same thing as the at method. Well, at is like an array thing, or more like a sequence thing, and both arrays and strings are sequences, so that's why it works with strings as well. We'll also take a look at two methods that are basically self-explanatory, and we'll console.log the single variable here, dot to uppercase, and the double method, variable, to lowercase. These basically do what they say they do. Here it is. Continuing with the similar methods to arrays, the next one will be concat, which basically does what it says. The same thing, you could argue, could be achieved with terminating the string plus variable, but there's also a built-in method which was useful for arrays, and it'll come in handy here as well. So we can concatenate string variables with either other string variables or some text here. So I'll write this, and we'll console.log that. And here it is. Now, two other methods which are fairly self-explanatory with the strings are the starts with and ends with methods. So to check whether a string starts with a certain character or sequence of characters, we could use this method and pass in that sequence. Let's just say whether it starts with the word blue, all lowercase. And we could also check whether it ends with world. So saving and running would give us false and true, respectively. Oops. well, now it'll give us false and true respectively. I kind of screwed up there a little bit. Sorry. Moving on, the next method would be the slice method, and we'll log that out as well. So the slice method basically takes a string, let's use literal, and two parameters, the start parameter and the end parameter, which are both integers, or, well, undefined. If skipped, the entire string will be returned. I think, yeah, the entire string is returned if anything is skipped. But if we give it a starting position and an ending position, it'll give us a string from this index to the end index. And in our case, it's this. And the last method we'll talk about is the one which turns strings into arrays, and it's called split. So if I take a variable from here and call the split method here, I would have to pass the delimiter, or the splitter as it's called here. It's basically a string, and it can be anything. But if we pass in an empty string, it'll basically create an array and split it by, well, each character. So if I run this, that's basically what happens. Even the space gets its own character. But if we put a space here, then we'll have two elements in our newly formed array. But of course, if we wanted to turn it back to a string, we could call the .join method here and turn it back. Thank you for watching this video. This basically covers the entirety of strings.